Okay guys, I have been stretching for 365 days and this is the final day. I've been doing half an hour per day and I do the same stretches every single time. I do 3 or 4 cycles of probably 6 stretches, I believe, and this is exactly what I do every day. I'm going to do it now today, and this will be the last day. I've done this for a year now. I wanted to quit a few months ago, but I figured I'm going to do the whole year as an experiment, and I'm going to be talking a bit more about stretching on the channel and how I'm looking forward to how I'm looking at improving my flexibility, because I just tried the volume method and the frequency method. Basically just do a fuck ton of stretching and don't give up. I've reached a plateau probably after half the time, probably after about 6 months, and since then I've been basically maintaining a level at the cost of half an hour every single day. So that has been an issue, and I hope to find a more efficient way. I believe that your body probably needs rest from stretching, just as it needs rest from heavy strength training or from running or taekwondo training or any other training. Here we are training our muscles to be able to stretch more, and that can inflame joints and things. So I believe it's probably best not to stretch on a daily basis, at least not this amount. But here it is. I'm going to get started. I was going to voice this over, but I think I'll just record this in one video like this, just talk to you guys. So basically, first I do a hamstring stretch. I put my feet together like this. I put my fingers down. In the beginning, this was a stretch. Now I barely feel it. You put the fingers in front of my toes. Then I touch my head to my shins 3 times. Just bring those fingers in. In. Then, I just put my fingers like this. This is just a silly thing I came up with and I've just stuck to it. No good reason. Bring them in. In. Flat hands on the floor. In. And I'm pressing upwards on the floor like this with my shoulders to kind of just press myself into my legs. Bring them in a bit more. Then I grab behind here and I try to pull my body onto my legs, basically 3 times. Then that was the hamstrings. I go on to side splits. Let's see here. So keep in mind, this is 1 year's stretching. I'm not at the floor, unfortunately. Then I move on to this stretch right here. This is the hip flexor. I'll do this for maybe 30 seconds or so. And one thing I've noticed with stretching on a daily basis is you get pain, hip pain. And yeah, this is just a stupid thing. I wouldn't do it again, which is why I'm going to end it. After having done it for an entire year, I'm going to stop because I think it was simply a suboptimal way of doing things, and it has taken so much time out of my life. 185 hours of stretching about, I think, and that's just too much time not to have a good result. But I'll do a hamstring stretch, and the thing is here, I try to keep my back leg not here, not like that, not like that, but like that. so it's on a line. In addition, you'll have to excuse this, it wasn't planned. I don't have my hip through like this. I have my hip squared, so not here, here. Big difference. This puts pressure on the inner thigh. This puts pressure on the outer hamstring here. So I'll go here. I'll just lean forward for a little while. Now I'm gonna do it for a short while. I'm fed up with this shit. Then I'll go forward into a hip stretch. After that, after I'm here, I bring up my leg right there. Usually I hold on to something because the balance is difficult. So I'm gonna hold on to this. And as you can see, I just basically, this is a great stretch, by the way, insane stretch, super good. Very important here, when you're doing this, let's see, that you don't go here once again. You really try to square that hip, and this hip as well, try to bring that in. You can still see I'm a bit uneven, but you don't just pull this to your bum. You try to be through here with the hip. Be straight with the hip. Press the hip down more than you bring the leg up. Because if you press your hip down a lot and then you bring the leg up, that's going to stretch your hip flexor more. After those stretches, I bring my leg back. Maybe my camera angle's off and I'm going to fix that. That's possibly better. After that stretch, I bring my leg back. This is my bad side, and I will go for the side splits. As you can see, after an entire year, I still can't do the full side splits, unfortunately. Then I'll go into the other side. This is my comfortable side. I think my hip is a bit more prone to twisting this way than this way. So here I'll go nice and deep. I try not to have my leg here, this one, because that is not going to bring your knee up and stretch this out as much as possible. I try to actually have that foot more here, because that means my knee is higher up, which means that I have better leverage to just press my hips down, and this stretches the hip flexor right here. Once again, super important that you don't have your back leg here, but that you have your back leg there. And that you don't lean into it, you know, let me see, like this, but that you actually try to square up the hips a bit. These angles are very sus, but stretching is sus, so who fucking cares? After you've done this, I'm going to do this one here. Try to square the hips. Try to go down there. Also, very important that you have your hips squared, once again, squared like that. Also, don't have your foot like this. Have your foot kind of back and this angle right here. That means that you're going to stretch that outer side. There you go. After you've done that, this stretch right here, you're going to go on and do the thigh stretch. Once again, this is my comfortable. As you can see, I'm more comfortable here. Not only can I go pretty deep, just angle-wise right here, but I can also comfortably bring that back leg up quite well. Then, very important to not have your foot over here. Very important to have your foot on a straight line. Bring it out. This is my side split right now on my good side. After a year's stretching, I still can't do the full side split. Unfortunately, it is what it is. After that, I sit here in a frog stance. Can you see that? Probably. Now, this doesn't look like a stretch. It shouldn't be. But this is hip internal rotation, basically. And for a guy like me, this is necessary, because there are some kicks where I need to kind of twist my leg over, and I can't even do them because my hips don't really work like they're supposed to. This is how I sit, basically. I'll just sit like this for a while. In the beginning, when I start stretching, I'm sitting like this because I can't even get my bum down because there's too much angle. I also, when I'm flexible, I also try to bring out my feet a little bit, which just torques the hips and the knees even more. That's an uncomfortable stretch for sure. Then I bring my feet out here. I basically do a butterfly stretch. I will grab my feet. I'll start off by leaning. Don't lean just with your head like this, because then you'll just bend your back. Nothing's going to happen at the hip. You know, the measurement here is my lower back bending right here. That's going to send through the hips. So if you kind of bring your chest into it, as you can see there, my lower back is moving. If I move my head, my lower back is barely moving. So I grab my feet, kind of pull my chest in towards my feet and my head. So I'll do that a few times. After that, I'll grab my feet, I'll kind of press with my elbows. I'll press down my hips right here. No, my hips are in pain, I can't really do this properly at this point. But this is my best stretch even. So mainly I'm just inflexible. Then I'll pull myself down right here. I'll do 3 pumps here. I'm really looking forward to not doing this tomorrow. Just bring my chest down here. Bring this down. I have had people in the past, not many years ago, stand on each leg in this butterfly stretch, bringing my knees down to the floor. Now I can't do it. So I've literally gotten worse. After that one, I'll bring my hips out like this. I'll do a less sus angle, and I will just bring my hips through. Not full split, but get pretty far, and just kind of lean forwards. Not just try to just bend over like this, but actually try to, you know, bring your hips and your stomach in and lean over like this. And that's 1 revolution. And I usually do that 3 times, maybe 4 times, depending on how fast I'm doing it, per day. I time it, so I've done half an hour per day for 1 year. And yeah, fuck this. I'm going to talk more about stretching in another video. But basically what happened is I got overuse in my hips from stretching every single day and then not healing. So that made me actually on many days be worse and less flexible. So I'm not doing that again. Daily stretching is absolutely overrated. Just like daily running, daily lifting, daily anything physical, apart from walking and light exercise, you don't want to do daily hard training because your body can't handle it. Your body needs to recover. So I am going to end this year of stretching right now. I started, I think, the 1st of June, possibly slightly after that, probably, you know, 1 or 2 days after, maybe 3rd of June or 1st of June, 2nd of June, somewhere around the beginning of June 2024. It's now the 4th of June 2025 if I haven't fucked up and it's the 5th, but I think it's the 4th. Either way, I've stretched for a year now, and I've learned that this is not the best way to do it. And I'll talk to you guys more about that next time. Goodbye.